Alright, hello everybody and welcome to today's stream. Today I need to do some recording for some footage, for some shorts, so we're going to be doing that along with just practicing callouts in general. So we're probably going to be swapping between series and open here just because Clan Blitz Undertow, Shape Clan Blitz is actually not that bad, but I'm probably not going to play Sploosh with that. Probably not really going to play a whole lot of Clan Blitz anyway. It is about to switch over, so in the meantime, I am also going to be practicing callouts because I do need to practice some callouts. I need to find the callout sheet for my team, but we'll wait. Alright, let me go ahead and look around here. So we're basically just going to be working on one callouts, but two, we're also going to be recording. Speaking of recording, let me start that. Do that. This guy's bad at climbing things. Oh, I warned you. Ah, okay. I didn't even get him with the fallout damage on that dude. Go. I'm glad that you got me specifically. That's really cool of you. I'm really bad with the splooshes. They're not really good starting stuff for me, but hey. Yeah, I'm gonna paint the left side here. They have too many beacons out and about. It's kind of a struggle. Why are you dropping on him? That's fine. There we go. Ah, I don't have enough stub power up for that. I think if I had a little bit of quick super jump, then that would probably solve the problem, but oh well, it's fine. Ah! Okay, come and kill them. Can't believe they found my beacon. Okay, don't die, I guess. Sure. God, I hate the sploosh, both splooshes, dude. They're just so annoying to use. I hate the lack of range on them. I used to be pretty okay with them, but that was back when I had Splat Bombing Zuka as a sub power, or as a main sub. And that was actually a pretty decent combo. Because it could at least fight outside of its range, but now it really struggles to do that. Like, even with the whale, it's like, doesn't really give itself a good way to approach. Like, it needs a bomb. It needs a proper bomb. If it had a proper bomb, then it probably wouldn't be as bad. It did not need to come here. Thank God I don't have to use this weapon anymore. Yeah, let's save to the recording drive. Let me go ahead and rename this. Sploosh. Next up, we have to do the splashes. I swapped around the splashes. Let me get vanilla splash out. Yeah, that'd be good. And then we have to do Galliducka, which I'm not gonna look forward to. Let me rename. Did I get all the short range shooters? I'm gonna pull up a list. Oh yeah, Enzap. I'll have to put Enzap, Nova, and Aniki. Enzap, Nova. Should be a safe-ish. What a selfish cooler. I'm not recording. Ah! Alright. Nice. Easy game. Literally only a minute. I probably should record a second game. Because... Well, if I can stop over to Neo Splash and do fine. Okay. That's kind of hilarious. Alright, let's swap over to Neo Splash. Swap over to buy this shirt. Swap over. That won't be very useful. I'll swap over to that and this shirt. Let me swap to these. Stealth jump shoes. You know what? Let me... Splattershot Junior, Custom Splattershot Junior, Silver and Gold Arrow Spray, Splattershot, alright, it's like this. Splash. Okay, there you go. Alright. So I can go ahead and build right off the bat, build some I said I was going to work on callouts, and here I am not working on callouts. I don't really know the callouts for Robo, though. That's the problem. They finally got me. Uncle Doom got me. Ooh. Fighting Slasher that ground is not good. Okay, I should probably start working on my callouts. I'm going to go to... Actually, I don't know Blast. I don't know the callouts for tower control specifically, because that's a little bit more of... like, you don't play tower control Robo Robin unless you're like really in a bad tournament, honestly. Nobody likes tower control Robo Robin, but... Nice. I trust you guys. Alright, cool. No! Yeah, there's a lot of skill expression you can do with the shooter weapons, so... Let's work that. Next up, we'll do the 52 Gal Deco. I think that's kind of it for the spray shooters. Oh yeah, Nova. I keep forgetting that both the Novas exist. Okay, let's go ahead and swap to the gals. I'd rather save something I enjoy playing for last. So let's do the gals. I'm not good with the gals, to be quite honest, so I'll have to see how this goes. Well, we'll keep this. Wow, I only got 7 kills. It felt like a lot more, although I guess I did survive a lot, so that's probably the main change. So I did a interview. It was a video interview for Best Buy of all things, and it was a little silly. Because now, like, everyone's expecting you to do multi-round interviews now. I did a whole 3-round interview for a job that paid $15 an hour, and I didn't even get that job, which is a little ridiculous, but whatever. Not like... I would really wanted to work for them anyway, because I had to dress like wholly business professional and shit for them, and I was like, dude, I mean, it's a job. I'm glad I got the interview, but holy shit, does it suck. SNS. Root and toot! I forgot I don't have, I have splash wall not. E-liter. God, this map is so good for E-liter. It's actually really annoying. That's a bad build for E-liter, but honestly, whatever. What? Are you serious? I wasn't even on top of him and he still got me. I wasn't even on top of the cooler. Whatever. enough ink, but I got the trade at least. I wanted to throw down that wall. What? Dude, I was in between the fucking wall. Are you serious? There's no way bro got that hair, like, pinpoint fucking accurate with that shot. There's no way. Bro, how did you miss all of those shots? Well, at least he got him, but jeez, we lost so hard. Oh, good, I'm not even recording this one. You know what? That's fine. I'm okay with that, because Jesus fucking Christ, this is a shit show, dude. I really need, like, a foot pedal so that I can record with it. Oh, I tried. Dude, this fucking E-liter. Holy shit. It doesn't help that we don't have, like, any range to kind of deal with shit. Fucking E-liter, dude. This map actually sucks ass, though. Like, I hate ramen, specifically on tower control, and I have to play it a lot for some reason. Because every time I feel like playing, it's like, oh, you know what, you get to play Robo Ramen, and I'm like, really? Off the wall. Yeah, that was no fucking shot, dude. That was so irritating. $311, Jesus, I had nowhere to go. Then again, it's not like I had really any supporting paint at all. Did the crab even 5 crabs? There's no way. Like, that was just shitty, Jesus Christ. And I still have to deal with this shit for 30 more minutes. get our asses in there. I guess we just have to play aggressive. You know, sometimes you just kind of expect you, like, I've learned to just kind of trust randoms in this game because okay, well I got two, which is all that matters. Dude, what are these fucking builds? Jesus. All right, tower. Jesus. Okay, both of those. That's a typical meter build there. Double cracking is the most annoying shit in the world. Dude, how's he not dead? I feel like he's taken like 10 hits. There's no way he's just not dead. Oh my lord. Got the lead. Thank God. Thank God my teammates took that tower. Holy shit. Ugh. I need to delete some of these. What even is this? Oh, just me. Okay. I won't have stealth John, but honestly, it's fine. I probably don't need it. Okay, hold on. This one is Neo Splash. This one is 52 Gal. Okay. I just realized I have double fucking Luna Blaster on tower control. This is gonna be a nightmare. I hit him twice. Why is it not dead? Even with Fallout, that should have been at least like 40 damage. Oh my god, this fucking Blaster, my guy. I'm not gonna be able to approach as easily with having a fucking Blaster, dude. This is why I have a shit ton of quick respawn up, bro. Dude! Oh. I need this game to go fuck yourself sometimes, bro. I swear to God. I need like better matchmaking open sometimes. It's so irritating. It's like I feel like sometimes it's just not even fun when the enemy team gets fucking like double anything and you just have to deal with the consequences. Because like honestly, the best way to deal with certain shit is just run double of it. Not like no question. Because the best way, literally one of the... Oh, okay. Literally one of the best ways to, like, support a weapon is by having another one of its... Am I fucking banned? Wait, am I on Wi-Fi? No, I'm on LAN. Why am I... Hello? But I'm totally fine. I know my stepdad said he was messing with the Wi-Fi, but he shouldn't be messing with the LAN. Why is the LAN not working? And it's not. It just died. It just stopped working. Hello? Like, the light's not even on. Everything else is on. Everything else is green. Hello? Hold on. Oh, God. Is my USB adapter... That's just supposed to do that every fucking... My life is a circus, and I am the clown. Hold on. Did my shit finally go kaputs? Is this like gone? Is this... Fuck. The light's back on. I don't know what in God's name made it do what it did, but whatever. You know what? I'm gonna count that for my recording, because Jesus, man. Alright, here, you know what? While this boots up, there's a topic that Chara just put up, and I kind of want to listen to it.
Splatoon poll held on a Splatoon 3 Discord server, I think a relatively popular one, about, you know, how do people consume content? And there's two main things that I want to look at here. The first one is the very top one, which shouldn't be new information, which is, wow, look at this. A lot of people use YouTube for content. It's basically all but 2% of people look for Splatoon content on YouTube if they're interested in it. But the bigger one is down here. If you're interested in watching tournaments, do you know where to find the broadcasts? 226 people responded, and 76% of them, just over 3/4 of them, said they don't know where to find it. Right? They don't know where they are. Even more concerning is second place is Twitch instead of YouTube. Which means that the majority of people we have who are finding VODs are probably finding them on the live streams. But the VODs might die after that, which is not good, right? You can only run an event one time. There can only be a live stream, and it's awesome to have people on the live stream. But eventually you want people finding the VODs. You want VODs that are able to spread and get shared around. So I want to talk a little bit about where you can find them, get you guys a nice list that you can easily search up, and hopefully spread a bit more awareness about this and talk about what we could do about it. So let's start with who I'd consider to be the gold standard, right? This is IPL. This is their tournament VODs, right? They have not just Splatoon tournament videos, but they have other content on their channel. Popgun's moved the Popcast here, so you can hear Popcast discussions on there from Popgun. You get to see the Weekly Inc., a series that covers, you know, what Splatoon tournaments happened this week, who won them, all that kind of information. You have trailers for upcoming tournament series. You have full tournament VODs on here. You have shorts content going over certain moments. You have even more live stream VODs over here, and they're all organized into playlists. They even have a podcast section, so they have a playlist, so you can go find these specific tournaments and look up VODs from them. It's all here, and they've been growing pretty well. I think IPL's been doing a great job, and I think if your channel looks something like this as a TL, when Splatoon 4 or a content extension comes around and Splatoon is algorithm favored, this is going to look really nicely for you. Brand your videos around the new stuff, and you'll do really good with it. So this is a good standard, I think. I think this is very viewer-friendly for those who manage to stumble upon these. There's a few other ones that I want to talk about. There's Splatoon Stronghold, which is a little more varied. It's basically an introduction hub. Some of you guys might have seen some of the things I've talked about with them before, but they also upload videos here. They also have educational shorts that they've been uploading pretty frequently, which is cool. They run the Discord server to help get people into it, and they also have live stream VODs. Other notable examples of this would include Dapple Productions, right? Dapple Productions also does all this stuff I mentioned. Splatoon Tourney is a big one more recently. This one might be something that few of you guys might have seen, but they helped cast the Splatoon Land Championship as well as the most recent Ludi season. So, very relevant organization, basically gave Ludi a cast, which is extremely important, so another one that you guys can check out. We have Under Pressure, that I know for a bit. They've been doing a lot of lower level events mainly, but you can find their VODs here as well. The list goes on. And then from there, you know, there's another obvious one I want to point out because I talk about it all the time, which is Area Cup, the most popular Japanese tournament series, which again has videos, live, playlists, blah, blah, blah. You can go down the road with this kind of thing. They even have some English playlists here, which is pretty cool. And then finally, I want to talk about this, right? Look at this. The Area Cup I just talked about. Area Cup Crown. Posted here, along with a whole ton of player highlights for tournaments. Here's one of mine that ended up on here, right? This is mostly players, but you can sometimes find tournament casts on Sendoing/VODs. In fact, you can, I believe you can search specifically for it. Yeah, you can search specifically for tournament casts, and look at this. Here's a bunch of Area Cups. Here's Miku Miku Beam number 7. Stuff like that you can look up. The Lowing VODs, you can find them. Now, I will get right off the bat, while I have heavily promoted Sendu Inc., and I think that people should definitely contribute to it, Sendu Inc. VODs is more of a thing that's great when you're already in the community. No outsider is going to get recommended Sendu Inc. VODs in their YouTube recommendations. Another thing that I've heard people talk about a bit is having a channel like VG Bootcamp, where a lot of tournament VODs are kind of compiled into one. Like, look at all of these playlists, for instance, so that you could be able to kind of compile these things into one. And while I think that's nice in theory, I'm not sure how feasible that is, but it does play into the discussion I talked about with tournaments, where if we have all these tournament series under organizations, then it'll be easier to find VODs. Like, IPL has a bunch of different tournaments that are all under one barrier. So that still puts a lot of VODs in one spot, but it still allows there to be different positions for different orgs who want to do their own things, which I think is an important compromise. Finally, I want to talk about this VOD, how to easily find competitive Splatoon videos. This got about 8,000 views, and it basically bombed in its performance, which is to be expected. But this was a VOD about finding competitive content. This has a list of people who, said they would actively post content. Now, how have all of them posted active content on the channels might be a bit of another story, but it's still useful. And I have updated the end of the list with these VODs here. So I will link this VOD in the description, and in the description of this VOD, at the very bottom, is all the orgs, and I've updated it with the new ones that weren't there last time, if you're interested in checking them out. This song's a little loud. Let me turn it down. Thank you, Donkey Kong. But I want to briefly just talk past this, right? About the issue as a whole, because that's where you can find it. And I said earlier that I believe that we've been making some progress on these issues, and I do agree on that. I think we have come a bit of a long way, for sure. But I think it's also worth noting that I think that this could be better. I think the main thing that I would ask people to change, or something to think about, is branding, right? And I'm going to be a little picky here, right, on some of these. I feel like things like the weekly recap should rethink their thumbnail structure. If there's a tournament that's really notable for having a specific team or something, I think the branding should be a little more focused around that. You can always have the description clarify what the tournament is, the bracket, etc. I think branding matches are kind of important. And this is something that Smash actually kind of gets right, that's a bit harder to replicate. Say I don't know anything about all these players, because, like, I don't know who most of these players are, I would say. If I like, I don't know, let's pick a character here, Joker. Let's say I like Joker VODs, right? I can look at the thumbnail, and I can instantly find, here's a match with Joker, here's a match with Joker in it. If I go to Splatoon, and I go, oh, I'm a Dapple Dooley player, I want to find a Dapple VOD. Okay, funny example, because there's a board for it. But let's say I want to find a VOD of a tournament that has a Dapple in it. It's kind of hard to go look at the thumbnails and figure out where I'm going to find a Dapple. So if sets are highlighted individually, like you just have one team against another, you could put, the weapons side by side. Even then, it's 8 weapons, which is obviously going to be more cluttered than 2 big characters. But I feel like highlighting a little bit more individual sets would be awesome. For example, for Splatoon tourney, right here, I think that it is, like, essential to highlight the Moonlight set that went to a Game 9 in Ludi. That top 4 set was awesome. I don't see it up here because I'm assuming, yeah, it's just here in this cast VOD right now, right? I would love it if these individual matches would be clipped and posted, and they would be titled and thumbnailed around the specific match. Because when you're branding around the match instead of the specific team, when you're branding around the specific match instead of the overall tournament, I feel like you can do a lot more in showcasing what makes that match special and what makes people care, right? Alliance Rogue beating Starburst in Ink TV, I don't have it on me right now, has a lot of views, and I'm willing to bet a lot of it is because it's that match, and it's branded around that match, so people knew about it. There's obviously other factors, but that's something I'd like to see, right? I'd love to see these big matches highlighted separately. Obviously, though, that's more work, and anyone doing this kind of work is
Look, it's me!
Doing it for free. So, obviously it's whatever we can get, but I hope this little bit of suggestions was helpful for anyone working into TOing. And then if you want to help this problem, first off, if you're part of the community, share these around. I watched this tournament. It was cool. Look at this VOD. Hey, did you guys check out this set? Go promote it. If you see a post that the YouTube video went live on an IPL channel, go share it around, stuff like that. Supporting the videos, liking the videos, commenting on the videos, subscribing to the channels, all helps to get them around and get them spread on the algorithm. So that's a basic part. And then if you're someone who wants to help for content creation, you can probably ask a lot of these tournament organizers, hey, do you want help getting VODs? I can cut out sets and upload them, or I can do a thumbnail, or something along those lines. If there's any of you watching who would be interested in doing that, then I'd encourage you to try to reach out to these organizations and see if you can chip in, because that can definitely help. I can imagine a lot of these would do better with just a few basic things that help with the YouTube algorithm. So, that's all I gotta say. I think there's a problem that will be better, but hopefully I've helped.
It is very difficult. How do I enter the tournament? Yeah, which one, brother? It is actually kind of insane. Like, if you look up okay. There's also this major issue that I have, and it's not even about any of the tournament organizers or anything like that. It's about YouTube. Like, if I just look up Splatoon 3 tournament, like, let's just look up Splatoon 3 tournament. It's automatically going to point you to the most popular one, which was a year, like, uploaded a year ago, almost 2 years ago at this point. Or it'll be like, yeah, look at this competitive, like, it won't show you, like, it'll show you the popular stuff, but it won't show you, like, the new stuff. Like, this one was streamed 2 days ago, but it's a stream. What if I want to watch a particular one? There's, like, How I Won Pro Tires, just, like, 4 months ago. And then it's, like, it kind of kicks you out of it because it's like, oh, you like, do you see what you liked before? Well, here's more of that. It's like, but I don't want to see more of this because I've already watched all of this. Look, I've already watched most of this one. I've watched this one multiple times before. I've watched this one as well. So it's like YouTube needs to do a better job at doing, like, at promoting this shit. Because, like, previously watched, yeah, why is this in my search bar? This shouldn't be in my search bar at all. I don't understand why any of these are in here when I literally just watched these like 2 days ago. What if I want to watch something new? And again, here's a stream, and here's, like, a more recent Pro Char video. It's like, it points me to the most popular stuff, and I genuinely think that more people, not more people, but YouTube needs a better algorithm. And even if you use the search filters, it's still difficult because, like, what if I don't know what any of these tournaments are called? So I just look up Splatoon 3 tournament. So I watch the Splatoon 3 championship. It's like, oh, cool, I like this here. But, like, everything is a year ago. So why am I watching stuff that's a year ago? Or this one that was 5 months ago? Why am I playing something, or why am I watching something that's 5 months ago? Or this 2 years ago? And it's not even through, like, it's not even relevant anymore because this meta here that we have, this is dead. Like, that meta's been dead for over 2 years. It, like, even, like, okay, so let me go ahead and do, like, upload date. Here we go. And this is good, but this isn't a tournament. This is Salmon Run. And this is streamed 3 hours ago. And then here's more streams. Here's more streams. Here's a video. Here's another video. Like, I'm glad that they're promoting these videos too, but they're promoting streams and not just regular content. Part of it is, yes, there of course needs to be more people that needs to do stuff like this in, like, Splatoon Daily. Like, this deserves to be all the way up here because it's a short form video and I want to watch a short form video, but it's not. Or this is a stream. It's a stream. Like, all of it is, it's stupid, honestly. That it's stupid that YouTube is, it's such a good platform, but in order to find stuff that isn't a stream, it's actually irritating. Here, let's do, okay, feature sort by to type. Yeah, it's like, because streams and videos are just in the same thing, which is weird. How about 4 to 20 minutes? Let's do that. See, and again, like 6 days ago, 2 weeks ago. But if I go on to, like, IPL's tournament...
This is what I'm saying, guys. This is what I'm saying. Look at this issue. This is a problem. You cannot tell me this is 30...
Not Splatoon 2. IPL Splatoon 3. Like, if I go into IPL,
this week was not
their most recent video was 3 days ago, but it didn't show up anywhere in the YouTube search. So YouTube search is just stupid broken. It's just annoying. I hate it. Hold on, let me watch. What is...
This is what I'm
What does
saying,
Witchcraft
guys.
have to
This is what I'm
say?
saying. Look at this issue. This is a problem. You cannot tell me. This is 36 tournaments. 36. You cannot look at this and tell me this is okay for our community. Oh, with the most with the same time slot, by the way.
That, yeah.
What you just heard was my crack.
Is that a problem? Yes. You want to know why? Because if I go on Nintendo.inc, I used to do this. I used to, not even used to, like, let me go onto my YouTube channel real quickly. My most recent short that I posted was this tournaments between April 6th and April 20th, which, yes, I'm very, very behind on this. I'm probably going to stop doing this because honestly, as nice as this was and as easy as it was to create, and actually, I'm like a full month behind on it, almost 2 months, but as fun as this was to create, the problem is I only have a limited amount of time to talk about some tournaments, so I really need to focus down on a couple of tournaments. So if I go to the, where is it? Leaderboards, damage calendar, user search, top search, articles. It's calendar. If I go to calendar, there are 55 tournaments in this 1 week. I can't talk about 55 tournaments in one short. I can talk about the important ones like Little Squid League, and like I have to pick, and I can't pick these ones like because it's a 1v1, and that's not what I'm trying to promote, or SAC Season 10. Like, I'm trying to promote like multiple different tournaments and multiple different skill levels, but there are probably like 40 of these that are there are probably like 40 of these that are meant for lower level tournaments, and some of them are for mid level, and barely any of them are for high level. Like doing all of this in 1 week is ridiculous. And then especially this, I do genuinely think that having 32 tournaments in 1 week, and there's like look at this one on Tuesday. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 tournaments on Tuesday, and 1, 2, 3 of them are 2v2s. Like, it's genuinely too much. And don't even get me started on like Saturdays or Fridays, because that's when people are available. Look at all these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 tournaments on Saturday. This one is different because this one is specifically Sendo Q, so it's an invitational only. But Reach is not invitational. Eggs and Salad, this one's not invitational, but it is Salmon Run. Barracuda Boon, this has special rules. It's not invitational. None of these are like, it's crazy to me how many tournaments there are, and genuinely it's actually kind of frustrating. That's why like I can't do these anymore, because it's difficult. It's difficult to keep up with. I have to pick out 5 to 7 tournaments for a time span of 2 weeks, but I'm only trying to choose one a day. But it's so difficult because there are like 7 tournaments worth attending on Saturdays, but I can only talk about like 3 of them at most in one day. Because you can't sign up for 3 tournaments in one day. Obviously, you're gonna be stretched thin and shit. It's ridiculous. When playing Splatoon, how often do you check your map? The real answer should be all the time, as that's gonna be the primary way to get information about the current situation. You'll see in the background gameplay here, I am constantly checking the map during downtime when I'm not in a fight. Let's take a look at how much information you can get from just opening the map. On the top right, you can see what the enemy team has for primary abilities and what weapons they have, including what sub and specials that weapon has. Looking at the minimap, you can see your teammates' position, where beacons are on the map, both you and your opponents if they have them, and you'll notice that your teammates are assigned to different buttons on the D-pad. You can press that direction on the D-pad and your cursor will snap to the player where you can jump to. You can also hover your cursor over them or beacon to super jump to them as well. Lastly, and I cannot stress this enough, Check to make sure your team is not actively in a fight before jumping to them. If you see the enemy paint color approach a teammate, do not jump to them. You will get splatted. So please, check your map. You'll become a better player if you know how to use it. I have a lot of Splatoon videos. One thing that I have noticed from people is that they tend to ignore both this way and ouch. Now I understand why someone would ignore it this way because people
we're gonna
often
be
spam
playing
it with
with
no regards to the
with
current
Bio
situation.
here in a
I
second.
can't tell you
Give me
how
a
many players
second,
I've run
Dom.
into
I'm
that press
curious.
this way every second when nothing is happening. But I would always recommend paying at least a little attention to ouch. Ouch tells the other players that someone has been spotted in that general area and you need to pay attention to it or you might get flanked. The game will even show you what direction the ouch came from, so there's very little reason to ignore it. Let's take a look at some examples. Here I am playing the Flingza and I get caught in a bad position. Wanting to make sure my teammates do not make the same mistake and go into the area where I get spotted, I hit ouch. Now, I have to spam it twice just to make sure people see it, but you don't really have to do that. Here's another example where, again, I get caught in a bad position and go down. My teammate is responding and I press ouch to tell him and the others on my team, hey, there's someone over here and he took me down. Oftentimes when I get spotted right in front of my teammates or I'm in some corner that the enemy can't capitalize on and go down, I don't press ouch because it's not useful information. When ouch is the only way to communicate that someone is behind you and took someone out, you should pay attention to it. I guarantee you that your teammates are not pressing it for no reason, so please, pay attention to ouch.
Alright, anyway, we're going to go ahead and be playing with Bio today. Let me go ahead and pop in. Hello. Let me check because it just swapped over. It was bad. It was Manta and Robo on tower control. Yeah, surely that's how it works. It's Rainmaker on Scorch and Flander Heights. It's not terrible. Oh yeah, I'm banned for 10 minutes. I forgot about that. I finally received that ban because I need a new LAN connector because I've had mine for like almost 10, 12 years at this point and it's dying. Which I should have checked that. I completely forgot because I was in the middle of watching one of Chara's videos. Because there was like a poll in a fairly popular Splatoon server where like they just asked like, how do you consume Splatoon content and do you watch tournaments? And apparently like there's a shit ton of people that don't know where tournaments are, or tournament VOD specifically, obviously. Yeah, not me. Neither. Neither is it to me. I even did like a test because I was like, well, I'm curious if like YouTube would even like push out a VOD if I like looked up Splatoon 3 tournament, because you're obviously not gonna know what like if you're a new player, then you're not gonna know what any tournament is, and yeah, it doesn't. It gives you like, I mean, the top one is the Splatoon 3 championship from last year, or 2023. And I'm just like, okay. But it's not a VOD, it's just the full stream. Or it'll show like Chara's videos or Dude's videos, and then it'll immediately go back into like videos that you watched already. Because the YouTube search is bad, but yeah. And I'm like, I as much as I love watching the same video over and over again, also no. Yeah. Oh, okay. How much time do you have? Okay. got 8 minutes left. So you can at least play one warm-up game if you want. Is it? Oh yeah. We love old man hair. We love old people hair. It's gonna be a blessing when you turn 80, you'd be like, finally, natural gray hair. You don't want to live until Splatoon 12 or whatever.
This is what I'm saying, guys. This is what you just heard was my crash out about the ridiculous amount of tournaments that the Cold Splatoon scene has. It's been a problem for quite a while now, and it wasn't until my recent post on Blue Sky that really drove the conversation further past a few replies to a small post. Here's the post if you'd like to pause and read. I had tons of people reply to this post. All sorts of players, tournament organizers, and just casual fans of the game. People like Prochara, Hopgun, Sendu, and many more shared their thoughts. I'll be sure to link the post in the description if you'd like to read everything for yourself. My name is Cactus, and let's talk about what most of the conversation discussed, discovered, and gave ideas to problem solve. I will be placing timestamps in the description if you'd like to listen to specific parts. Feel free to use them if you're interested in a specific area. For starters, let's break down the tournaments that are available. The scene has many tournaments for lower skilled players and newer players. Most recognizable events are like Blowing, Little Squiddly, From the Egg Up, and All for One. But in between all of these more well-known events, you have a large variety of tournaments that are also meant for these players. However, don't offer anything different from them, besides potentially being run at different times throughout the week and a different looking Sendu badge. Next, we have tournaments called Open Skill Tournaments. These are tournaments that are for players of any skill. Low level, mid level, high level, and everyone in between. There are tons of these tournaments. Many of these tournaments are very copy-paste of each other with little originality besides, once again, a different Sendu badge. Then you have your gimmick tournaments. Events mostly anyone can play in, but have special rules to bring excitement and challenge players to use different weapons. These are your weapon-specific rules, certain restrictions, etc. Through discussion in my post, I want to restate that we don't have too many tournaments. We have too many bad tournaments. Now what do I mean when I say bad tournaments? Many of the events you will find on Sendu, a player-created site for all things.
I wish mid was wider. It would just make it a better map. It's right. It's just too. It's like, yeah, it's just like too compressed. Which
I mean, at least towards the end of Splatoon 3, they kind of figured that out. So hopefully they just keep that same map design philosophy in Splatoon 4.
Splatoon 3 competitive related are copy-paste, meaning they follow the same formula. You make a tournament, you have a bracket, the winner gets a Sendu badge, and that's it. Many of these newer events aren't here to solve issues we face in the competitive scene when it comes to tournament availability. More about that a little bit later. There is very little originality in these tournaments. They don't offer a special prize like artwork, money, etc. They don't tend to be streamed anywhere on YouTube or Twitch. They don't advertise anywhere, so the only way you know they're going on is if you happen to see it while checking Sendu's website. These issues, along with the other issue I mentioned I'd go into a bit later, is what has damaged the expectations of what a tournament should bring to the table. Now don't get me wrong, many people host tournaments for fun and just to get used to running events. I think that's fine. However, I've noticed that the care put into running an event is very minimal. A lot of events I see run are still running if they have less than 8 teams competing, which is insanely small. Why have, for example, 4 different tournaments run at the same time, each offering the same thing, and each one having a low entry of let's say 5, 4, 6, and 9 respectively? To me, it doesn't seem worth it. At that point, why wouldn't teams just script? Well, I'll tell you. Sendu badges. I was originally going to make a video about this a while ago, but now seems like a better time than ever to bring it up. Sendu badges are these digital icons you can win when playing in tournaments to add to your Sendu profile. Over a year ago, they were very special to have. They showed greatness and
1 minute.
about achievements you've had in the game. However, so many people make them that at this current moment, there are over 500 badges. Yes, I counted. Let's take away maybe 200 or so. For some you can't get anymore from retired events, or skills you might not have as a player. That's still over 300 different badges someone could earn. Some people grind tournaments every week, winning the same event over and over, and have 30 of the same badge. Now look, maybe they have no choice but to play in those events due to their availability. But it's crazy to me that these badges have become such an eye grab that people want all of them. It's dumbed down the expectations of what tournaments should be offering in their events as prizes.
Okay, there you
There
go.
are
I
so
made a
many
room.
events that run monthly, we haven't had a solid major in a long time. Most recently, there was a charity event called Gamers for Giving that was meant to be a 2-day event. It ended up getting such low signups that it had to turn into a 1-day event. Now, there are plenty of outside factors that could have affected this. Not enough promotion.
Still gonna be working on recording stuff, so I'll be swapping weapons very often, but I'll probably settle at some point. Mostly because I don't want to play weapons I'm bad with someone else, but... Okay. You'll probably be fine playing what you want, because I'll probably just swap over to head at some point. I should pop this down here. God damn it. Squirter's at the bottom of the wall. Kind of wasted it. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, I know. Oh, ouch. They're dead. Once upon a little. Oh, I needed to drop. one. I'm trying to get behind him on the wall here. I got him. Nice. Cooler next to the Rainmaker. Summon. Oh, okay, sorry. Rainmaker's about to pop here. Dead. Push more with it. Okay. That was kind of a weird push, but it's fine. Here's Sean Hill. Oh, you got him. Are you still alive? Are they? Put a cool on for the ramp, on our ramp. Or by checkpoint. Traded them, it's fine. Go forward! Go forward! Okay. Jeez. Finish the zaps here, and then I'll swap them to head it. I don't really have anything for this zap. Oh well, I'll just win this. E. Okay. Okay. Wow, I can't aim. Okay, I got the junior. Okay, we're up. Gonna pop and go forward. That one. We're up. Oh, the roller's still there, okay. The Rainmaker's low. Oh, there we go. Got him. That's the well.
see him. Okay, got him. Red is somewhere over there. Watch roller on gray on top. Yeah, they're focused on me a little bit. Jumps here. One of my ouch. It's junior, I think? Yeah, junior. Jump to a well string. One's pushing our rail string really hard. They're in our base. They're jumping from behind. Keep pushing right side. I'm dead. Oh my ouch. One dead. Jed's still there. Okay. That's good. Okay, I'll try to keep these pigs in. They have an Autobomb on them. Oh shit. Okay. Oh my god, I can't kill! Okay, I got two. Nice. Okay. I'm going in pain. Watch the rail. Don't go back check yet. There's one over there, and the Nova. One on the left, but I can see him. Okay. That looks like the red explosion got him, I think. Someone else is pushing him too. Yeah, it's Junior. They jumped down, or they're back on the ramp. They're dead. Rainmaker dead. Waller is behind Rainmaker's shield. Oh, they're dead. Rainmaker's about to reset. Dred's in mid. Dead. Put trucks out here. I'll pick up in a second. Okay, nice. It's just roller. They're dead. Watch for roller. I'm backing up a little bit. Roller dead. Not bad. I know they killed me. Place to jump back to, I guess. One drop, you're dead. If I can reset, I don't think I've ever beat it anytime now. Yeah. Cool. I'll stop over to be ahead it so I can practice with that.
Baldur's Gate.
No, that's actually kind of real. I finished it the first time, and then me and my friends restarted it twice, and we haven't finished it either time. That's hilarious. At least, like, my friends and I are waiting for everything to be fully updated so we can mod it again without having to remod it over and over again. Yeah, and then we started playing other games, so at some point we'll get back into it. Yeah, we have double. Yeah, we're running double edit. That's crazy. Wiper has stamp. Be careful. That's something. Fuck, I don't know. I should not be doing that. Okay. Wiper got 2. Watch for the charger. I'm gonna try to. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we got red. Left side check. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be forced reset, unfortunately, but. There's 2 people by this mound on the left, the right side here. Traded 1. Jump in the cooler here. Ah, Wiper on my ouch. They kind of showed up out of nowhere. Either Jarmus is there? Okay. Either they're going on the right side. Yeah, they're going down mid. The either is on Ram. I got 2. Wiper's on me, behind me. Oh crap. Kinda wish the other our Wiper was behind me, but that's fine. I got sniped. Where does this Wiper come from, dude? Ah, they threw out the they stamped on me, Jesus Christ. We just need to deal with how do I get... Okay. irritating. I see him. And leader's right behind them too. Almost got three. I got pick up. That lead. They're really focused on you. Damn. I'll cooler out behind you guys in a second. Oh, that should be GG's. Sweet. It is a little silly. Yeah. I'm glad, like, a double cooler meta never really, like, picked up. It just... Yeah. It literally is like you just have no choice but to go in, so it's just like, well... Yeah. Like, if we're gonna go in, might as well go in and die. Cool. I'm dead. Crap. This push is gonna be annoying, isn't it? Oh my god. They got three of us. Alright. Whatever works. God. What if that is the back of all time? Jesus Christ, man.
this either. Yeah, they're also getting shots for free because. Yeah. Oh my lord, these guys. Got to. We almost used okay. There's someone on the shield. It's Stamper. Yeah, I'm gonna go. The U-leader's in my way, kind of, but... And Stamper was there too. Okay, thank God. The Heavy finally figured out how to deal with the Stamp. U-leader. Stamp is on me. It doesn't really help that we're like extremely slow. Not that they're really any faster, but dead, but it didn't matter. I see him. Yeah. I got him. God, you little... Okay, that's fine. Talk to you later, GG's. Alright. I think that's also going to be the last one for me because I need to go feed the animals. So I'm going to go ahead and head out. Thank you guys very much for watching and hanging out with me and seeing some recording. And thank you for listening to my rants. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and see you guys next time for some more Splatoon. See you then.